Year for everybody, and we really appreciate everybody's coming on live with us for this 50-second podcast, and we've been enjoying everybody for the past year, and this is interesting. A lot has gone on over the past year, and obviously we all know the COVID pandemics, and that brought all of us together. And we appreciate all the frontline workers, including the nurses, physicians, anybody in the medical fields taking care of patients who are affected by COVID. And for those of us who got infected and recovered, we really glad that you got better and all this stuff. Wish everybody well. Specifically, we want everybody to give your blessings to Carol Ashworth's husband, who is currently still battling COVID in the hospital. So we wish her and her husband the best.
Prayer sense. Huh?
Yeah.
I can
say our prayers and all that stuff.
I'm trying to find our video. So
I don't know.
Communicate
can see
with
see the post.
Yeah. So as the COVID gets better and everybody are getting COVID vaccinations, we are able to sort of hopefully resume the usual process. But for the past year, this pandemic kind of brought us together all over the nation using the technology, Facebook, and we appreciate that everybody's here.
Go down.
Because when we started this podcast, Jamie and Norman just said, well, nurseries are closed.
Nursery was closed.
And now everybody's all locked down at home. No visitors.
No
so what
visitor.
do we do?
And we were bored to tears.
No, we weren't bored to tears. This is what happened. We had it.
I was.
Yeah, that's because he wasn't traveling. This whole thing is real, guys. It's whatever. It's the first time we got each other on the same side, right?
I know.
So I came back for a meeting. We shut down the nursery for 2 months. And what do? I live with Roger, so we were a little freaked out about me not bringing in COVID since he works at the hospital all the time.
Right.
So I was banned from the nursery as well, for me, for 2 months.
That was a good thing.
I know it was. So on my way home, I'm talking to Jeff. I said, Jeff, we got to do something. I'm going to be stuck at home for months and months and months. I don't know what to do. So I went, I go, I know.
No, Brian and I saw the first one.
I'm not finished.
A little bit of a
get your rotation right
here.
No, we started the podcast group. How do you have a group
on? No. I started, and Brian started the first one, right?
I know, but he didn't have a podcast to go on.
No. It was the first one.
Well, why don't we listen to Jamie's story first? Okay, Norman, you're on the side.
Norman never does anything of the admin, guys. I was talking to Jeff. I go, hey, we should start a group and we should do some kind of teaching. And therefore he started the first podcast thing.
Yes, some of you over there, very first one. We never recorded, right? We just go live, just using the iPhone video, and Brian took the video.
How do you mute it?
You gotta turn down the volume.
I know. So so that's where it all started, and I started growing at home thanks to Jeff's LED lights. I became a grower just like you, and that's where the jumper started.
And then she turned her bookcase, which she never read anyway, so into the growing space.
But the original thought process that you guys have was more of educational. It wasn't any selling, because I remember that you guys did it with you guys did it with just the iPhone, not even a camera, and you just did it about 20 minutes. As a podcast to sort of let everybody know, bring the orchid information from the nursery where everybody all locked down, and then you are able to bring the information all over the nation.
Initially, I just invited some of my Facebook friends, and maybe about maybe a couple hundred people only. But right now the group have grown to almost 3,000 people now. Right?
That's because we're being very selective. Jeff and I are like eagle eyes. Only people in the States, because we want to keep it
the same time zone.
Same time zone and cozy. We want this to be a cozy family. So we
non-commercial grower.
Yeah, no vendors.
Just
hobbyists. pure hobbyist at heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody appreciate that Norman is providing the education for 52 episodes or 51 episodes.
Oh, I
in
have
terms of
more
everything.
here.
Yeah, more. Yeah, and we're all amazed that I guess whatever is in Norman's mind or brain,
Well, you
it
know,
just
it's
kind of comes
orchid.
out.
There's so many species that you can, and I think lately I have been just draw on what's the species been blooming in the nursery, and then try to relate that different hybrid and clone.
But what's amazing is you don't do any prep for this.
No,
You
not
literally run through the nursery 10, 15 minutes before it starts. You're gathering plants. You're not looking anything up online. You're not reading about the species. Everything that you
No,
talk about
I-
is already in your head. You know everything that you're going to say. You do no research for this.
No,
This is
actually-
all everything that you know off the top
I
of
should
your
have do a
head.
better job because I've been so busy online and some other stuff, and I've been doing lots of Zoom presentations. So you might notice that I've been announced the topic
Later,
on Friday.
later.
On Friday.
Saturdays now.
And then I put the show and tell on literally Saturday morning, before couple hours before the podcast.
So actually, from the sort of the members, in a sense, Norman, what topic you like the most? So that you have the sort of inclination to that you want everybody to know.
You know what? I like what everybody like. You know what's really obviously I cannot grow just what I like. You know, otherwise would be my late mom would say the nursery will become a museum. You know, if I just grow what I like, and it's not in tune with the trend or what people like, and pretty much anything that I can flower here in Southern California. I do not grow Dracula.
It's too hot.
You know, I can grow them, but I cannot flower them. You know, to be honest, because and they also require almost rainwater quality. The nursery doesn't have RO system. Everything we flower is all using the tap water, very similar to everybody at home. You know, most people do not have a RO unit or the island water. So we try to be as close to what we grow here as everybody else at home. So
Somebody said they can't hear.
they cannot hear. How about now?
Is it just one person?
No, can you hear?
It's just one person.
Okay. Donna, turn your voice up or reboot or come back. What is your favorite orchid to grow, Norman? I'm reading. It's from Kelly. Hi, Kelly.
It's still
Path. You like Path?
path.
His true love is Path, really.
No,
Wow.
Carolina.
Oh, jeez.
It's hard to ask me which one I like. I like all of them. You know, if probably see what from the website. If you go to Dendrobium, you know, in the summertime, I love Dendrobium. You know, because Dendrobium here is bright and hot. You know, we have probably the best area for growing Dendrobium. You know, Dendrobium is another alliances. It's kind of been overlooked. It's about 1,500 species, and a lot of them are
Okay, good.
not being truly discovered or introduced. So I'm not talking about your regular, you know, lace, you know, Jack and Thomas type lace, but a lot of species from New Guinea, from Australia are very tough. They're hard to kill.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
'cause-
so bored here.
I know. Let's throw in. Let's ask me about tissue culture. That I really gonna lose her.
Well,
Oh
see,
my God. Oh my
in terms
God,
of the
oh my
members,
God.
because we have
Should we
people
talk
who are.
business?
Well,
He'll
no.
lose
Oh, I
me.
can talk business too.
Yeah, 'cause,
Hey,
uh,
man.
I have a 3-year. I was student of one of the best retail nurserymen, Tom Yoshikawa.
Should I tell him who typed your thesis?
What this
The
is?
the dean's secretary?
Oh yeah, I had the best.
The dean's secretary type his
no,
thesis.
department secretary. I was so busy. I was.
He's got the secretary typing for
No,
him.
she volunteered. She
Oh.
wanted to make sure I graduated.
And
because
gone.
because I have 20 enterprise project, and I was just coming back from Hawaii for the scholarship, and I was involved with so many. I was building a nursery at the same time, so I finished all my courses, but at Cal Poly for BS degree, you still had to turn in a paper, right? Brandon, what they call
oh,
it
that's
now?
school.
Eric's coming back.
Senior project, and I done 2. I done I did a 1 year, one senior project at the very famous Monrovia Nursery, you know, at the best nursery, you know, a container. And then my second senior project was California had the lottery money, so I got like almost $100,000 to spend. I built a tissue culture laboratory.
Oh, he did do that.
Yeah,
What about some of the project that I helped you do?
She helped me water Gerber Daisy when I was in Hawaii.
Oh my God, no, he's lying. I did a lot of projects.
Oh yeah.
Come on,
She
just
helped
tell
me.
the truth.
She helped me
Tell the truth.
wash the test tube
Oh yeah,
when she was a student at Riverside.
I was at UCR, and then he comes in to use the laboratory, and he goes, "Oh, I have not seen you in so long. Would you
know,
like to
it's
come
true.
visit me
In
the
the lab.
laboratory so we could bond?" And the whole truth is, he wanted me to go help wash his test
Test tube, yes.
So that was as far as bonding.
And this is why you become a very good housewife now this day. It's because of me. She started with washing test tube. Hello.
No, I was never good, and I'm never going to
Well,
be good
that's a
at
past
dishes.
history right now, and
No.
that's good to discuss, right?
No. Roger can tell you I don't like dishes. He does them at home. Hey, Eric, we've been waiting for you.
Hey, come on here, Eric.
Oh, hey, Eric,
Sit
come
down.
come to the camera. Sit down.
We have to share a mic.
Eric is the third of the family.
We all have our shots, so we can say.
Eric-
Yeah, everybody got
Eric
their
is a
COVID
shy
shots.
one.
Eric's
Not
a
really
shy
shy, I
one.
just had a
Can
lot
you
of
give
other
him-
things to do. Yesterday I was fixing toilet.
Thank you.
Eric,
You're welcome.
thank you. Eric did all the drip irrigation above us. See,
Yeah, no,
literally,
we didn't.
huh? They can't see
Yeah,
it.
can't
Well,
see it.
can we? Well, I can't. Show
Well,
it to
because
you guys.
we have Norman who has all the
Social
knowledge on the
distance.
orchids,
We already have our shots.
and Jamie's doing the. Actually, no, we should talk about the pre-show because the podcast originally, which is more of educational. There are no
Right.
pre-shows at all.
No.
And then and actually we should appreciate all the members over for the past year because the members request kind of help the podcast kind of evolve, right? Many of the well, I guess we have a neighbor's dog here. So many of the shows as we go through the weeks, and many members want some more. They want more information. And Jamie has been at Orchids Affairs for many years and did a lot of 28 years for many of the arrangements. And obviously, Jamie is a business major, right? So she started to do pre-shows on orchid arrangements, spiking, and all the stuff. So that actually helps out. The members really appreciated that. So Jamie, maybe tell us what your thoughts on the pre-shows and how he actually makes this podcast a lot more interesting.
The pre-show's never thought through, unfortunately. It's usually 5-10 minutes prior. You see me running around, I got 10 minutes. Jeff goes, you have 10 minutes. I go, well, Jeff, you're still eating lunch. So we have 10 minutes to pull it together, makeup and all that stuff.
Makeup?
Yeah, see, makeup. I almost forgot how to do makeup with all these masks. Eric, they want you to teach how to do mounting and stuff. So we will have
should do that in a
I'm
section.
just reading all the notes.
Oh,
We
sure.
will have a pre-show for Eric to do another section. Or join Phil Fanatics. You will see
Yes.
him doing. He will do it for the
Eric is
nonprofit.
actually very talented. He's a landscape architect by training, and his minor is irrigation design. And he used to design a beautiful drip for hanging basket. You know, he called it the lazy man's growing orchid.
Yeah.
And it's just on drip. It's amazing.
So we have it outside here. There's orchid dendrobium hanging. So he just got drip irrigation, and actually we pull some of those for people's orders. Pops could see it; they're all hanging above. So that helps a lot of watering issue we have here, and we do get up to like 100 degrees out here.
110
Awesome.
outside.
Yeah. So he
in the
set
shade by
up these
100.
fuzzy misting system. What do you call that? You know, when you go to
Well,
Disneyland.
we can certainly touch up on the subject of drip irrigation, especially
you-
people who grows
Once the
outside.
summer comes,
Yeah.
So it's definitely, I think to me, everybody's all have their daily chores. And certainly we want to enjoy our hobby rather than just chasing after each plant to make sure they have enough water. So,
Did you see this, Eric?
Oh yeah. Well, good
Well,
job.
we actually, Eric,
Eric Eric just drove in. I go, Eric, did you see that? This is the gift from Brendan.
Thank
I'm
you,
like,
Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon.
and he grabbed the pictures
And we
from
didn't
the
know Brandon
Facebook.
had talent in poster design. So call Brandon next time you have a show.
Yeah. Yeah, Eric,
That's
we
my
actually
favorite
will
picture,
be.
yeah. Anna.
Eric, we're looking forward for your sort of expertise on that because just like Jamie,
Summer, yeah.
she's doing the pre-shows and all the stuff. So we're looking for irrigations. You actually did the mounting on the Fel Fanatics symposium, and
With
that
the
actually
hose, remember a penny hose?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Penny
yes,
hose.
yes.
So we're certainly looking forward to those things in many of the pre-shows.
I still have some pantyhose left over.
Okay, that would be great.
Go fish for more.
I was a little nervous when he said he was going to use pantyhose for the demonstration.
No.
I thought, oh man, here we go.
There's something that you should tell us, Eric.
I know,
You still
actually,
own
Jamie.
Nancy, that Eric, you still own that. You both still own the Fel
Yes.
Fanatic things.
Yes.
She's ready to collect. Yes,
Yeah.
Roger.
Yeah, so for the pre-shows, I know you always try to get ready at the last minute and all the stuff. What do you feel like for the past year that you did the pre-shows? What do you feel like that you did the best in, and you feel like you give them the members the things that you like to let them learn and everything like that?
I think as basic as just, how I said split the leaf and tear. I think that was the best ever, really, for most people, to alleviate spreading the disease and stuff like that. Just simple tearing the middle way and then tear without shears. And I mean, how many shears can you walk around in the nursery? I would have to have a bucket, and I'll be just sterilizing blades all day long or throwing blades out. So simple things like that, and obviously all the tips of arranging, spiking, staking, whichever term you like to use.
So
Or I think the major thing is the tours. People love the tours.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and try not to like screenshot 1.2 seconds. Jamie, go back and look for that plant because plant rotates really fast in this nursery, especially. I'm only here a few days a week. Yeah, I love that screenshot. Jamie, go back. 2.2 seconds. There, to your left. I go, okay.
You can't do that call on demand?
No. I tried.
Actually, for the members who are watching right now, so how many of you actually learned how to make arrangements after watching Jamie, and then you can do that at home?
Yeah, we have quite a bit of like Karen Abbott starting to do arrangements, and I think even simple displaying
Yeah.
each individually pot and a decorative pot, it's an arrangement all itself. It doesn't have to be a massive 20, 30 plant arrangement. I think I would like to kind of have everybody learn with me is not grow everything in the rack. When they're in bloom, take it out, put it in the living room, and just enjoy the flower by itself versus in the mass. And again, like to not deter the growing habit or the growth, it's to rotate them. It's put them back onto the bench, and then that way, you're not going to be suffering for lack of light or whatsoever. Just every 2 weeks, take the plant out, put another plant in, and enjoy the beauty in your home.
You have to use the microphone application.
Hi, Elaine. Paula, you do good. Oh, Kathy. I'm just reading all the comment. And
Actually, anybody who has any more questions for Jamie as a pre-show, because what do you want in the pre-show? Because that's what Jamie asks every single time. And
Job
certainly,
says, better
nursery
than what
tour
I
is the
was
best.
taught in floriculture class.
For
Well, as Norman likes to tell you, I'm a business major, so all these design thing is actually was learned by my mom. Mom is very creative. She taught herself she could cut a pattern and make a dress.
Yes,
So I
it
think
is.
it's in our genes because Eric is really good at creating a range. How big are those Florida display? 500 square feet?
200 square feet.
200,
We used to do the
300.
Miami
up
show.
to 500 square.
Up to 500, right?
And then they give you a lot of palm trees in the background. So
Yeah, we used to
I
do the
remember,
Miami
yeah,
show.
the Miami show, the really pretty one. Eric,
basically in Miami show is very different in the nation because in each of their display area they have a pile, literally piles of sand.
Sand.
And then they bring in so many of the 24-inch box palm spring to
40, yeah.
define the area, and then we get to play with the sand to sculpt the
shape.
contour of the display that you want.
And that's
then
what
from
Eric
there,
did that.
then you start filling in with orchids. Many times after I finish all my structure of the basic idea of the design, and I say, do I really want orchids in there?
Well, remember you used to come screaming, goes, I got these red ants biting me.
Yes,
Oh,
the
yeah.
red
The
Yeah.
ants
fire
from
ants
the
from
foliage.
Florida. So
Yeah.
And then, somebody said, don't forget, Jeff taught us how to grow under light. We'll never
Yes.
Oh,
forget.
yeah. That's
And
definitely
then we
a
evolved with Jeff's light too.
Yeah,
Making
I mean-
Jeff's light.
So why don't we have Jeff to kind of come
yeah,
into the
come on.
camera, because Jeff, if
Ready?
every one of you look at
you can
episode
listen, right?
29.
Jeff, come here. Let me take a union break. okay?
Again.
Again.
Yeah. Jeff, we really appreciate you in terms of your sort of efforts trying to make the lights as effective as they can to grow the orchids as well as other plants. And then the episode 29. Everybody, if you haven't seen the episode, you should go to YouTube at Norman Fang's live so that you
You
can
guys
take a
snap
look at
some
it.
pictures?
Jeff explained
So we'll
everything about
post
all
it.
the wavelength and all the stuff in cartoon, all the pictures, characters, and that's wonderful. So, Jeff, you actually made the lights where we can actually grow our orchids
Yes,
in our
absolutely.
condo. Not just one.
If you're going to
and
grow
they have flowers
inside,
too.
you need lights.
Yeah.
You can grow your plants inside perfect, but you can't get them to flower without lights. You have to have lights if you want them to flower indoors.
Yeah, it's actually, the lights actually helps out to light our room too. And then the orchids loved it. We loved it.
The
and
bookshelves,
it actually
yeah.
doesn't burn our eyes.
No.
So, and actually we have flowers or orchids touching the lights
yeah.
without being burned. So that's wonderful.
Because the advantage of the LEDs is there's no heat. There's no heat given off. So it doesn't overheat your room. You don't have to run extra air conditioning to compensate for having lights on. Whereas if you go with regular shop lights, you have to compensate with the air conditioning because they give off so much heat.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I'm having the contractors using your light in the kitchen underneath the kitchen cabinet for herbs
Yeah.
to promote
Perfect.
herb growing.
Perfect for
Instead
herbs,
of getting these cute little
vegetables.
lights, I have him using it for herbs for you could grow
Yeah,
in.
anything along those lines.
Yeah, in the kitchen. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because
like a grow light.
we talk about orchids here. This is
Short-lived.
I've been talking with Jeff, and Jeff just has so many feedback from
She's
different
napping.
people, not just orchid growers, but other people who actually grow this. Jeff, if you can share some of those things with us.
It's everything. Hoyas, African violets. It's huge in the African
Carlos and grow
violets.
tomatoes.
Yeah, well, I do have.
Yeah.
Steve Hampson was growing tomatoes.
No,
with
I just
the-
wanted
with the
to
lights,
grow
yeah. No,
grows tomatoes.
Steve does, and a lot of customers that I have up in Canada, they have really short daylight hours, and all of them. Every week I get a call from somebody saying, "I want to start my vegetables. Can I use the same LEDs?" Of course, they work perfect for that. It's a full spectrum light. It's going to grow any green plant. So people use them for that, and then they switch them back over to their orchids or get more orchids, and go back and forth all the time. But you can grow anything under the LEDs. Any plant will grow well under them. And African violets are doing exceptionally well. The Hoyas do well. All of the orchids, I don't know a single orchid that doesn't do well under the LEDs.
But you have different lights, right? For
There are
highlight
different
and
ones if
stuff.
you need higher intensity, absolutely. Like Cattleyas, you want to
Cattleyas.
use one that, like the 38 watt one, because it's just going to put more light down to it.
Yeah.
And for the phals, you want to use something that, you don't need that much light, so you don't want to burn them up. So you go with one with a little bit less intensity.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I know. This is just wonderful because in this podcast, Norman advertised. Where did Norman go?
Norman's taking a unit break.
Oh, he's taking a unit break.
Hey,
too.
you guys like the Mega Thrive?
Yes.
Oh, great. We just had a visitor about a PAF and two bottles. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was looking for, Norman, because to grow in orchids, we got to have adequate lights. And that's why there's different areas in the world that they grow well. But with Jeff's lights, we are able to grow inside the house. So that's wonderful. And in the podcast for the past year, Norman talked about Mega Thrive. Norman talked about nutrition, talk about fungi, kind of
Physan,
physans and all
20,
this stuff. So
Phytons.
I'm just looking at Norman, but he's not here.
Growing in moss for
there's-
He'll be
spark.
back.
I know. So there is an episodes where in YouTube where Norman talk about all these things. So it's a combination of need to have good nutrition, needs to have mega thrive and lights in order to grow orchids as best as they can.
That's the other thing that come out of the podcast was in the beginning there was no YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It was probably like 2.5 months into doing the podcast before a YouTube channel ever came about. And that came about just because people couldn't find the videos. So we said, okay, let's put it on YouTube because then they're all concentrated in one spot.
Yeah.
That was before Facebook offered post topics.
Right.
And the videos would get pressed way down to the bottom and you couldn't go back and find them. So we said, okay, let's do YouTube, put it on YouTube, and then they're all together. So that's something else that came out of the podcast that we never even really thought about.
Yeah, you know, every time we listen to Norman talk about Mega Thrive, and he actually himself experimenting many things as well. I know many of the members kind of type in and say Mega Thrive are great.
Here it comes.
Because all
Put Norman
all
back
things are
up.
there. Because there are times on episodes
Yeah,
where
he's going to be director.
Norman is going to bring in and say, hey, look at this plant. I just put a very thick concentration of Mega Thrive, and now it's growing a leaf.
We
It
did
looks like
that too
almost
at home.
Yeah, but all I'm
When we
saying is
went-
that with the whole podcast for the past year, the members are growing with us, just as well as Norman, Jamie, and Eric. We're all growing as we are developing a community where we can share on the education how to grow the orchids as best as they can with Jeff's slides and everything. So this is actually a wonderful podcast where we actually can communicate back and forth.
But we also need the member to give us an input that what you guys like, you know. So that's how we evolve and become what the community is today. And I post the 2-in-1 page again. So
Thank you.
the next week's podcast will be show how to use I call it. Now Jamie will never understand this term. It's called asexual propagation, using the 2-in-1
Do you understand
page.
that, Eric? We do, huh? We're not as dumb.
It's the right term is called asexual propagation of orchid using the paste. Okay, so it'll be really exciting this week.
Yeah. There's a couple things I want to acknowledge here. We can see the poster back there.
Yes.
Brian. Okay, Brian's not with
Brian's
us.
over here. He's in San Diego.
Yeah.
He can come up today, but he
Yeah.
said he will be here next week.
Yeah,
But he has a bag of ice on top of his head.
I know.
Is he the Iceman, right?
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah, he's
has
an
been,
ice
he
cube
played-
man, right?
yeah. He played a sort of a big part at the beginning of the podcast, so we appreciate him.
Yeah,
And,
sometimes he be my assistant, you know, giving me the show and tell, but he usually don't like to be in the camera.
Yeah. Anyway, so Eric's here, and then we have Auntie Judy. Right?
Auntie
So-
Judy's helping. We have
Customer right now.
from Texas. They drove in from Texas.
We had two
Sisters,
customers
yeah.
from they drove in just from Texas today.
Yeah.
We have a lot of customers who come in to our nursery. You are welcome to come visit us if you ever come in Southern California. We open Monday to Saturday here.
And our nearest airport is like 15 minutes is Ontario Airport, ONT.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Just like what everybody says for podcasts, because the nursery is still open, so
Oh,
we
yeah.
still have guests coming over, and, or customers coming over to buy
Yes.
orchids and all this stuff. But we also have guests. Okay, many of our podcast guests, they will drive all the way in during the podcast to be participating with us.
Yes.
So in
Yes.
the past, we have Gia, we have Brendan from Huntington Botanical Gardens.
And then I
library.
think,
And then we have Dorothy, our secretary,
Girl fanatics.
treasurer for Fel Fanatics. They come in. So today, actually, we also have Jeff's fathers here, who's a guest.
From Illinois.
comes over here.
Illinois.
So,
And I think Curtis might be coming later today from Hollywood.
yeah. So
Can we
I-
have
we will
Brandon?
actually, especially.
Can we have
introduce
Brandon to,
Brandon,
share
Brandon
some?
coming in.
Yeah.
Is,
Okay.
Norman has been.
Thank
哎
you.
哎等一下要喝那个东西。
Yeah. Yeah, Norman has been
Oh, wait, don't
a
leave.
supporter.
Yeah. Come on in, Brandon.
So Norman has been.
Yay,
guys, how's it
Brandon.
going?
Look at
How's
Hannah's
it
like,
going?
Hannah's like,
I know,
what?
Hannah's excited.
Is it
Hannah's
my
excited. I
turn?
love it. I love it.
I love
It's
it.
on cue.
So,
Hannah, come here.
So Norman has been very supportive of the Huntington Botanical Library
Absolutely.
and garden and all the stuff. So he gets to know Brandon, and Brandon's
And
a
we're from the
attorney.
same school.
Absolutely.
We were
Same
from the
same college.
program.
Exactly.
So I'm going to
Grab.
let Brandon take it over and
Yes.
say, hey, you're a wonderful guest to our podcast.
Well, thank you.
We
Thank
enjoy
you.
you having over here.
Thank
so
you.
take it away and
Oh,
let us know
absolutely.
who you are.
So there's a correlation between the two. So whenever I'm here, there's usually food, and that's why there's a box of cake, or not cake, it's a fruit tart right in front of me to celebrate our 1-year anniversary for Norman
Yes,
Fang Live.
look for a
So-
minute. 2 years?
Yeah,
No.
let's take it out. Look at that.
It's from Portal.
That's Portal. Yeah,
You
If
Portal's.
you guys don't know, Brendan is a foodie.
I
Yeah,
love
Brandon's a
food, and
foodie.
we'll put that
I
perfect
wish
food on
you
the
guys
table.
could taste us and
I know,
join
thank you.
us.
Yeah, there's always food.
And
There's-
then-
whenever I'm here, there's always food, and the Fangs have always invited me over whenever
We
there's a
need
cake
pictures.
or any food event here. So they always invite me over,
Pictures of this?
and that's always greatly appreciated. But how many cakes have we eaten in the last the
I
last?
think about 7 or 8. We
7 or
even we
8.
even have our own in-house baker.
Yeah, exactly,
One
exactly.
for the holidays.
And all the
sometimes just
birthdays.
because.
And last
Exactly.
one was just because.
Exactly.
Huh,
That's
right?
what just because
Right.
we like to eat. I mean, we always need an excuse to eat, but especially today's a specific moment to celebrate what an amazing year it's been. And in the last 52 weeks of this year, it's been crazy. But being able to be at home and watch some of these podcasts, and also coming in from time to time to see what Norman is up to and what Jamie's up to, is always fun to see the sibling
And-
rivalry going on.
I'm
But it's
very
not just
nervous
about the cakes either.
this weekend.
It's not about the
Because
cakes,
every
correct?
week, Aunt Judy cooks for us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Every
exactly.
Makes
Saturday.
lunch for everybody that's here. So every single person that comes here works on the podcast. Aunt Judy's making lunch for, and
And
she does that every Saturday.
I was not here on Tuesday. I was on a last minute business trip to Sacramento. And I was really scared what Jamie gonna post tomorrow for her. I'm kind of
My jumper?
scared what she's gonna post on the jumper because I wasn't here to stop her.
I already
So-
pre-jumped some too. Like,
She got some amazing plan. I
Hey,
might have to stay and watch and then maybe buy some.
if he
myself
puts
back.
sold, ignore that. He's not allowed to put sold. So, Brendan, since you know us for so long, and anything you want to share about us,
Share? What do you mean?
I don't know.
Like anything specific?
whatever.
Be careful. I'm your,
Well,
I'm your
come on.
mentor
This
in
is
Okeechobee.
this is 1 year, so we
1
should give him
year.
some dirt.
Some dirt.
Or
Oh,
what
no.
do you?
There's
You've
no-
been
there's-
observing our back end
There's
podcast.
There's absolutely no dirt. What I've seen
Oh,
behind the
really?
scenes, behind the scenes, when everybody's filming, I just enjoy seeing the level of the sibling relationship that's between Eric and Norman and Jamie. It's always hilarious, and that's why it's always these candid experiences that really make it that much more interesting. I really have to say, I think the funniest moment for me when watching behind the scenes was when Norman was wearing those red shorts. He wore those shorts thinking that
was
it was hot in the summer, and then
And I thought they're not going to show it.
Norman didn't think that the red shorts would be on camera, but it was below the bench. But as he was walking around, you could see that he's wearing red shorts, and that was it pulled quite the attention to the camera. So unfortunately, Norman's not wearing his iconic shorts today.
We tried it. We had a Zoom meeting last night. Really, or was it the night before?
Two days
Two-
ago.
yeah. We were trying to encourage Norman to find those red shorts for us today, but he's not
I think
cooperating.
it's buried somewhere.
I think
It's buried
I
somewhere.
think the cats took it,
Well,
right?
summer is around the corner, so maybe Norman will find it again. It gets pretty
See,
hot
look at
every
it
now and
today. He's dressed really well. No red shorts.
Hey.
But we missed that.
This is very.
Very,
Look
very
at that.
formal, very formal. See?
Whoa.
I love it.
Yeah, man.
But
So,
that was probably one of the
Any
funniest moments.
bloopers?
Bloopers.
Everybody wants
Bloopers.
us to
You
share
got-
bloopers.
You gotta bring Hannah out here. Remember that one time she went across the stage and peed?
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Pee in
No,
front of the
she did
camera.
not pee. She blushed the stage.
She blessed the stage with her grace and her.
Oh yeah, this is our blessing. She's 1 now, so she grew up on the podcast. So anyway.
Did you bring those shorts? There was one of the questions.
Did you bring the
those
shorts?
burn those red shorts?
No,
You did?
Somewhere.
Carl says, "Did you burn those shorts?"
No. It was actually very comfortable, very roomy. I could.
What brand is it? What brand is it?
Uh,
we have to advertise for
It's called Costco.
Costco. It's Kirkland brand. Kirkland brand is always the best. Great return policy as well.
Yeah, if a deep pocket, I can put it's so deep I can put my iPhone 12 in there. That's what it counts.
Hannah, kiss, kiss. Hannah,
Well, there was actually,
kiss, kiss.
I guess Kara says, when Hannah met the Chestnut, that was epic.
Oh my God.
Yes. And
I think Chestnut was traumatized.
Chestnut can smash her. Chestnut is now 15 pounds now. So maybe I put in one of the.
Hannah is only 2.69.
You know.
She's such a good dog.
It is. So those are the fur babies. No, and, what other bloopers that you guys think of? Because for one thing that we Jeff and I are sweating is that when the volume isn't there, right?
Yeah,
So there's no voice.
The internet on and go, right?
Oh yeah, how many times did we say, "Oh no, the internet's off," and we're about to go on, and I'm like, "Brendan, just post that we'll be on shortly." We did that a few times, right?
Yeah.
And then thank God, and Jeff keep Roger too, they keep trying to get the internet going, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
exactly.
so Jeff and I were sweating. I can see it, the sweats out of Jeff's forehead. It was like, it was working 5 minutes ago. How come it's not working? And there's one time where we actually have to turn off the podcast completely and restart it.
Right.
And so those are just some of the sweats that we have.
Absolutely.
There's
Technically, we've gotten a lot better. We went through a couple
Somebody
of cell
just
phones that
said-
actually burned up
Oh.
after the podcast.
Somebody
Different
said it's
equipment.
frozen.
We never had a microphone until.
Okay, so
halfway through
Jason,
doing these.
your brother, said, "Thank you, Roger, for everything you do behind the scene." Roger, you should sit over here and talk.
It's okay.
Yeah, you're like, it's okay. Well, we actually convert Roger as well. He is now an orchid grower. From not knowing what a phalaenopsis is, after 10 years, he's now an orchid hobbyist as well, growing in his office with Jeff's LED light.
Yeah.
I plug LED light any chance I get.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. I know Brendan's here. He's one of our guests here too. But Norman, I think you have guest Anthony, right? He brings his orchids for you to do shows. So who is he?
Anthony is my customer, and he also.
No, Andrew.
Is it Andrew or Anthony?
No, Anthony is a good friend of ours. He breeds cats. That's where he
I
got
see.
the cats.
So
Andrew
Andrew is the person who actually
brought
the
the plants
the
for
orchids
yes.
for you to slice
Andrew.
and dice.
Yeah,
and
Andrew Chan.
Andrew.
Yeah.
It's a friend of ours too.
Yeah, he's a longtime friend, and he grow a lot of his orchid outdoor, and then a small greenhouse. So I think one time he has some scale problem. So he said, "Here, help me."
Are we gonna
Nice
do
gimme
our
pick.
Bloody Mary?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
'cause,
still wish you guys could join us. I mean, geez,
know.
this is
I feel
great.
guilty
Wait,
we
we're gonna
actually
have to-
drink
we're gonna
this
have to
in
open
front of
and
everybody.
pour before.
Yeah, so we for the past year, we all appreciate all the podcast members who actually joined physically with us during the podcast. So a celebration like what Brendan's doing right now, so that we have some champagnes on those. Now the other things that we really appreciate is that the members, because of Facebook, that the members can communicate with each other during the podcast. And we see a lot of people just like a person asks, "Oh, how often do we do Make a Thrive?" And then the other
Everybody
members
help.
will just say every other week, right?
Right.
So in a sense, this
Conversation
podcast
level.
kind of brings everybody together, and like a family, so that we watching the same podcast, watching Norman just talk all the way throughout, but in addition to that, everybody interact with each other and provide the information. And so when you go back and look at the podcast on YouTube, you can actually look at those comments, and we really appreciate all the members making this podcast as good as it can be.
And everybody should, even though you're in a group, you should subscribe the YouTube channel, Norman's Orchid, and let your friend know about that. Subscribe it because Jeff does a good job. Every taping that today's taping, he's gonna post it on the YouTube also. So then we're gonna live forever on the YouTube.
My camera's on.
Yeah,
No,
and then
it's
we
just
also
the glass.
appreciate the members.
Take a picture of our glass. Oh, sorry. No,
Like this,
you
man.
too. Just
Jamie's
glass.
always like the pictures.
Jimmy's
Sorry.
directing.
I always like the pictures. Celebration. For many of you, if you guys have champagnes at home, please celebrate with us.
A beer.
We're raising the
A
the
toast.
toast
Let's toast
to everybody
everybody.
for the anniversary of Norman Fang Live
Thank you all.
podcast. Thank you for all your support.
Thank you for watching us.
Thank you for watching.
The two of you guys that's watching us every week.
I know.
Thanks, Bob.
And then all the members, we really appreciate your positive vibes.
Oh, this is good.
And your support and constructive comments about the podcast. So we talk a little bit about the fur babies. Only Hannah. Norman, where are your cats?
They are home, and
Because they're not
because they I don't-
behaving like Hannah.
because I think the first time we have it with Buttercup or Chestnut, I think they was actually
was
never
Buttercup.
they never see a dog before. They always live in the house.
It's Buttercup.
And so I wish they had to train them, maybe they're more social. Yeah.
Right.
Well,
So we'll
can I
come just to make sure that Buttercup or Chestnut does not claw at Hannah.
Yeah, last time was quite scary.
And Chestnut escaped one time when
Yes.
Norman first brought it in for the podcast, and it was running around the nursery. Brian and I were trying to capture the cat.
That was another
And
blooper.
Norman's eyes were huge. He was very concerned that he wasn't going to get his cat back.
There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that you guys don't see. It's picture perfect on camera, but behind the scene it's like a crazy madhouse trying to get everything getting going. And
Norman, you got
perfect.
2 minutes. Norman, you got 30 seconds.
Yeah, and the last week was really late. I don't even have the show until the MC number written yet.
And then
But-
when we first started, Norman would say, "We're only doing 30 minutes.
Yes.
Tell me when it's 20 minutes. Give me a signal." I
And
would
that
give
get
him a
long.
signal, It's only 10 minutes left, and he'd say, "Oh, no, it's okay. I'm just getting started."
I remember one time went on for like 2 hours. I was texting
Yes,
Jamie.
I
was
saw
like,
Jamie's
"Wow."
fall.
I was watching from home and I was like, it's already 2 o'clock.
No, because we were in
Yeah,
Tahoe. We were on
yeah.
a road trip, so we were entertained because we were stuck on the road. I'm like, God, that seems to be a long time.
I think that was the,
Well, we were-
episode 29. I think that's Jeff's lights. I think we were.
Well, he was on too, but then maybe you were on longer. But anyway, into town in 2 hours of our ride, so that was great. But I do want to say one thing though, without all the members that we have, that we clearly became a family.
Yeah.
This group would not propel us to keep doing it if it wasn't because of the members.
Right.
We have great rapport with everybody that became good friends. Actually, now nobody really PM us as much, but we welcome it. We all friends now, and without all of you guys, I don't think this would have been a fun group for us to keep going. Between Norman, myself, and Jeff, we have about 16 groups now, I think, Jeff, 16. And we just started the Growing for Dummies, and we pulled probably about 10 of the VIP members to help us.
Right.
And without all of you guys, I don't think we could manage to help and bring more growers
Yeah, we
into loving
want
the
that
orchids.
Orchid for Dummy to be portfolio have more right information. It's not the ice cube things. And there's lots of the wrong information. Everybody, for example, there's a customer. We have customer got an orchid and she repotted right away. And
Bloopers!
Crystal will tell you there's an internet girls advising people when you got your orchid you got to repot it right away, and that is so wrong because orchid in transit already has shock. The last thing you want to know is to repot your orchid. Think about yourself when you travel to East Coast. Do you want to be strict naked and then can have new wardrobe and at the new places? No. And so we want to have that group to have a right information with right support. So if you know anybody, a beginner, point out to them to the group.
Corey
Yeah,
says,
just-
Corey says, when we did the Phil Fanatics Symposium was one of my favorite times, so fun. Corey, you're in luck. We're having one soon in July. We will get that date announced. We'll have
Symposium.
another one, and of course, an
And
auction.
next week, Norman's going to do a special presentation for it.
So everybody needs to help us and support Phil Fanatics. We'll put up a link later.
Right.
We started last year. Within 4 months, we had an endowment, and we already cut a
And
check
Jeff
for
is the president of Phil Fanatic. And Jeff, can you tell me about Phil Fanatic?
$1,000.
Yep. So next week, you're going to give us a special presentation on the Harlequin.
Development of the
Development.
Harlequin. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Behind the
that's going to
scene.
be free for all Fail Fanatics members. Anybody that wants to join can go to failfanatics.com and sign up. And we'll have that next week starting at 3 o'clock Pacific time. And there'll probably be an hour, maybe a little bit over an hour on that topic.
Yeah,
And
all
then
that
this
is the
summer,
perks, right?
like Jamie said, we're going to do another symposium via Zoom. Next year, though, we plan to do it live. It'll be at the Huntington, and that'll be in April. So it'll be both live and also via Zoom. So that'll be interesting next year. But this year, it'll just be a Zoom presentation.
But next year we're gonna have hopefully everybody come in, or
Yeah.
we'll let you know ahead of time to book the travels and the hotels.
Yeah, the Fail Fanatics, we're excited to announce that we got our official 503 nonprofit organization destination. So
Wow.
we're looking forward to grow with Norman and Brandon with Huntington Botanical Garden, Library and Garden, so that we can grow as a Fail Fanatic community. So.
Well, we need to, because we already signed up for a $50,000 endowment, which within 4 months of the start of the foundation, we were able to cut a $15,000 check
Which
toward
is
the
amazing.
50.
I mean, that's quick.
Right?
Right.
That's amazing that in such a short time
And it's a
period.
scholarship.
Exactly. It's going to a good place, and it's going to actually the college that both Norman and I went to,
Right.
which is just down the street from not down the street, but close enough.
So I need help. Donation, join, gift of love of knowledge. 50,000, so we still 35,000 to go. So, we're going to be really aggressive because it's good for the future of the kids with the scholarship. We're doing all this to share our knowledge. So, I think the scholarship is in the line with this
And
purpose.
also, anybody that can't afford to pay to be a member that wants to join us, they can submit an application. Just let us know what their reason is, and
Yes.
we'll allow them to come as well. It's not just about trying to collect money from everybody. If somebody is having a true hardship, they're still allowed to participate with us in the different things. We'll waive the fee if we have to.
Yes. That'll
It's a
be
very
great.
welcoming group, and I look forward to
Because
hosting.
education is first and foremost.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're looking forward to hosting this event in person in a year from now. But for at least the moment, it will be online. But hopefully, in a year, the atmosphere around the pandemic will change, and we'll see a brighter future ahead of us. But looking forward to seeing you all in person, meeting you all in person. The experience of talking to you all through the internet is one thing, but nothing can substitute in person, hand in hand, person to person interaction. So that's coming soon, hopefully in a year.
So Kelly wants to know if we did internship at Norman's. We did do a few internships.
Yes, we do.
We brought some kids overseas in for the summer, and a few kids from Cal Poly.
Yes.
And Margot wanted to know if we recorded our symposium. We do. If you were paid to come into the symposium, it's been recorded. You can watch it over and over again. There's a separate Facebook page just for the symposium. So please do join our symposium this year. And the auction was great fun. We had loads and loads of fun.
Yeah,
lot of
she
fun.
become a very good auctioneer, which I was surprised.
I didn't realize I had that talent too. Sorry.
Actually, Brandon, thank you for the fruit tart.
That was
So
so-
we're
it was
eating
so
away.
good.
Yeah, we're eating
No
away.
wonder fruit tart is right in front of you. You're the foodie. So one of the comments was
Stuffing
was
my
on
face,
there.
stuffing my face. I love it. Thank you.
Do we have any? Come on, guys. I asked for interaction, kind of 1 year celebration. It can't be all about. We talk all the time. We would love to hear from you.
Actually, I will probably make one thanks for the. We should after every podcast, Crystal
Yes.
summarizes everything.
Yes,
And
sorry
Jeff
about that.
summarizes everything now. So we really appreciate Crystal and Jeff. So
Jeff.
great effort. Jeff has a great effort in trying to summarize whatever Norman talked about, including show and tell tips of the week, and everything, so that everybody are engaged. And those summaries are wonderful. Thank you very much for those. And
you.
this is a podcast sort of kind of a family. It's not like what Jamie says. It's not just Norman and Jamie, but it's also everybody behind the scenes, all the members that's making this all possible, all the people that comes to our to the nursery as a guest and participate in person on the podcast. So thank you for all those, and we're looking forward to more episodes, more learnings from Norman, whatever's contained in that Norman's brain, and that we will learn from there.
And in sending some special topic, we will try to work into the program. Okay. So next week we're going to do this asexual propagation on orchid using the 2-in-1 paste. Very long.
Can you please repeat what to do when your orchid arrives? Water it, don't water it.
That can be one of your pre-show, Jamie.
Yes, friend, that will be one of our pre-show. Today's about fun, not about education.
Yeah. Actually, I have
And
a question
food.
for the members,
food.
and then maybe we'll have the members actually chime in. So, how many of you really like the dresses, the headgears for Halloween, for 4th of July, all the designs that Jamie actually put up with for all the holidays?
Remember the
To make
4th
the
of
pre-shows
July
look
one?
good?
I had to have the
Yeah.
scarf and everything.
I love
Yeah,
it.
please.
I like
just-
it. And
It-
if any members have anything they would like to see Jamie wear for one of the holidays,
Oh yes, we will go and get it, and then Jamie has to wear it.
I love it.
I love
free to
it.
send it to the nursery and we will run that by her before the
You remember, I run the jumpers. So be kind.
So what is
No.
your address here that we can send the costume or the headdress? Or
Norman's Orchids, not my house.
Yeah,
If it comes to my house, I get lost.
You can also send us food too. We like food.
We like food, yeah, lots of food, you could tell. What was I gonna say? Oh, Jennifer asked if there's a lifetime membership for Phil Fanatic. Jennifer, we have a founding member. It's about to expire in 2 months. Jeff, you want to elaborate on that after you put swallow your pie?
He's
Sorry.
stuffing his face with food right now.
His face is like, ah.
founding members are just for the first year, and we're rapidly approaching that within the next 30 days. So if anybody would still like to be a founding member, once you sign up, it is a $500 donation to do that. But once you sign up, you'll forever be recognized as a founding member. I think we have around 20 founding members for Fail Fanatics out of almost 200 members now. So anybody would like to do that, we would appreciate it.
We had several categories too, besides founding
The
member.
donation is for a 501c, so it is a tax deductible donation, and no one is paid any salaries. There's no overhead, so everything is used just to go back into putting on symposiums and the different things that we'll be doing this year. Your money is not wasted; it's used very wisely.
Definitely no overhead if we could shell out $15,000 in 4 months.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, you could tell that's a
And that was from the founding members membership.
yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think-
then the founding members $500, but the next year rolls back to $38. So it's not like a $500 every year. So yeah, we got 2 months. 2 months to finish the founding members. If you want to be recognized, that helped us start the airplane. Ontario Airport is 15 minutes down the road.
Yeah, actually, some of the members says, yes, Jamie, you got to dress up. So we got to figure out something for you. You got to dress up.
What's
every
the
single
next
time.
holiday?
4th of July again.
Again, well.
Remember,
good.
that is fast.
I know.
No,
good
no,
one
I'm
year.
sorry.
Day.
No, it's Mother's Day.
Mother's
That's
Day.
Mother's
Could
Day.
be Auntie Sam.
Auntie
Not
Sam.
Uncle Sam,
No,
but
But remember that
Auntie Sam.
we
I
did a
love it.
gorgeous arrangement for Mother's Day.
Yes.
I mean, 4th of July.
4th of July. That was fun.
So, yeah.
What happened to the caloric episodes? Because I guess it's not found. Because Margot wants Norman to repeat the caloric episode.
We would oh, it's not found. We'll look for it. And
We'll look for it, yeah.
Perolic is one of our hobbies too. We
Yeah.
love Perolic.
Because this group is like it can be beginners as well as experienced growers, so everybody can kind of help
I'm
each
actually
other.
have a working behind the scene on the Polaroid program, but that's more in depth got to be presented better in the PowerPoint situation. So that would be more for the Fair Fanatic Symposium type, yeah. Rather than the podcast is more visual, light plan, but to explain what caused Polaroid, that sort of stuff is really need to have in the PowerPoint with a slide, maybe involving laboratory, that sort of stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
But if I can do a short segment, with some Polaroid in flower and briefly tell you, but to in depth, it really need to be in more of the symposium situation. That's why we do this symposium, we feel fanatic,
What? Oh.
This is in your section.
Oh,
It didn't have a number on it.
Oh, yeah, let me see.
Nick is we're
Count,
going
can
on
you
the
come in
podcast.
for a minute?
Count. This is Count. He's our office manager. He's the one in charge of the sales at orchid.com. Hello, say hi.
135. Yeah, Count pulls all the intergeneric orders on our website, and Norman pulls the path and then fails.
Count is from New York, originally.
Yeah, Harvard graduate.
He's
But now he lives
amazing
next
person.
door.
We hired him about 10 years ago. He
More than 10,
have a
right?
degree in mathematics. So he had this photogenic memory. So I would say, brother Sarah, go. He would tell me MC 101. So don't tell me this. He remembered the name of the brand and also inventory number. It drives me crazy.
We hired a good person.
When he wants to use his brain.
Yeah, the guy is amazing. He's a Harvard mathematics and used to work for Goldman Sachs. He's an analyst, so it's amazing. We are very lucky to be having part of our team. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, he didn't like
But
this.
he got bored with numbers, so he came and played with flowers and plants, which
Yeah,
is
he
the
got
better alternative.
Too stressed with the stock market. He said.
Exactly.
Anyways,
Yeah, there's a question on the YouTube. The
And he's a
YouTube
cat
video
lover.
is delayed. It's delayed about 2 weeks.
Okay.
So the Facebook sort of podcast is right away. So
we did that intentionally to have YouTube delay. So this is why you're in a VIP group. You get advance notice of everything. If you notice that on YouTube we don't have the show and tell.
Mm-hmm.
Because YouTube is kind of, forever kind of thing. We don't want to get a call 3-5 years later wanting that plant that does not exist.
Right.
And plus, we wanted the VIP to have the head start. Sometimes Norman says we only have 20 plant. Literally,
let
we
people
may
know
only
first.
have 15. So he's running around for the last 5. So he wanted the VIP to have the head start, to have the first to selections and everything.
Norman, I have two.
Where to find how to get on YouTube for the new members. It's under Norman's Orchids.
Yeah.
If
it's
they
just
want to go and
on
search,
YouTube
go to
channel,
YouTube,
just type
search
in
for,
Norman's Orchid.
and then they can subscribe to your channel.
Make sure you hit the subscribe.
And once they hit the subscribe, then every week when we upload the next video, they'll get a email notification or just a notification telling them that a new video has
YouTube.
been uploaded on YouTube and they can go and watch it. So that's the best way to do it, is hit the subscribe button, and then every time a new video is uploaded, you'll just get a little pop-up notification saying, hey, there's a new video if you'd like to go and watch it. And then you can select what things are interesting to you. And if you like it, hit the like button. That tells us that you like that segment, and we can do more segments like
and
that.
leave a comment at the segment too. Yeah.
Sure, absolutely.
I just
I have a
want to
question
say
for- go
one
ahead.
thing real quick. Jeff is behind the scene a lot, but actually he's kind of the backbone of everything, technology-wise, because Norman and I are just too crazy and busy. And not that Jeff isn't with his amazing light business that he does, but he somehow always have the time to help us or help the group. As far as investigating how to get things on YouTube's, or when I needed help on something, I'm like, speed dial Jeff. Anyway, so there's been a lot of question about what is a megathrive, what is a fertilizer, all the typical new member kind of question. So with that, then Jeff started the topics, which is in our home pages, about us, announcement, yada yada yada, and then there's a topic. Whenever you need to look for something, I could guarantee is there. You know, how to find a jumper, how to find the live podcast, or what is a mega thrive, what is a fertilizer, or there are probably 10 topics that we put on there. So if you have a question, go there first, because there's a video about what that topic is about and how to find it. Did we put that how to open the box?
Yes, it is.
There. Yeah, and
As a
please,
topic.
as a topic, I don't care how many boxes you open. Every time when this group started, everybody loves the video, and Norman and I cringe. And then we see how you guys open, and I cringe because I could just imagine the pollen's falling off, or the petals falling off, or everything about it. Just please watch the video again, because I had Aunt Julie pack the box for me so I could open one for you. But watch that again. I think Jeff popped it up again a couple days ago. That was great. But thanks to Jeff, and obviously support of Nikki as being a spouse. Jeff drags her here every Saturday, rain or shine.
Here's Nikki.
And I'm not sure if she likes it, but
Say hello.
we.
This is Nikki. Sit there.
Hi, Nikki.
This is
Whoa,
Jeff's
whoa,
wife.
grab
This
her.
is
She's
Nikki.
like food.
Say hello. Okay, Mom.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah,
So
thank
I
you.
want to say thank you, especially this is 1 year anniversary, and then obviously Dad is here for raising such a fine son. That's enough mushy crap for you, Jeff, for the year or two. So ultimately, we just want to say thank you. And of course, Brendan, for all your support and this lovely surprise of a banner.
No problem.
And always putting up with me, asking you to do stuff. And of course, Roger, every Saturday you drive me here to do the camera thing. And except I keep saying, honey, do it up, just go down and make us look skinnier, not up and down. We get double chin, right, Norman? That's what Norman always said. Gotta shoot from top.
Yes, that's the angle. Everybody looks skinnier.
So pretty soon, we need donations to send the boys to director class and to
Yes, I'm still looking forward to director school.
director
looking
school
forward to it.
and camera school and everything. So I think this has gone long, unless anybody else has anything else
No,
to do.
yeah, just more of an appreciation for
Thank you
everybody.
so
we
much,
we do
everybody.
appreciate Norman's fund of knowledge and
Oh,
willingness to
thank you.
teach us on everything about orchids, and then we can ask him
What
everything.
about the daughter, Hannah?
Well, we'll come to it. And then
Okay.
Jamie, certainly the pre-shows are wonderful, especially the nursery tours, and her expertise for over 28 years of making orchid arrangements and make it seem so easy. And it'll probably take us forever to do it. And Jeff, the technology, the director, to make things all running right and all that stuff. So
I love playing with it.
and we promise you, Jamie will dress up on every podcast so that she will look so wonderful
my God.
and all this stuff. Brian, we miss you. Coming back, and we'll do that. And everybody who can support us. The most important of all is the members.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so
So-
much, everybody.
Because without you guys' support, there would not be a podcast. And Norman can talk everything out of it. But if there's nobody's listening,
There's
then
two.
that's nothing.
There's Sunny
Yes.
and Linda,
Yeah.
our staples. No, I'm kidding. There's a lot of you, but
Yeah, a lot of
Thank
you,
you.
yes.
we
And so-
actually got to know a lot of you guys, and we can't wait to travel because Norman will post. We will be in yada yada town, and everybody just meet, or we welcome everybody to come, because when Dad's here, he comes every Saturday with Jeff. We love to see everybody here. Let us know so we make sure we're in
sure.
town as well.
And Hannah is Val Fanatics mascot, so we love her. So she is
has not
a
barked the
lovely
whole
person.
time.
And certainly that we would love Norman's cats too. So Chestnut and
Not behaving
Bark-
cats.
My cat will.
thank you everybody for all your
And thanks to
support.
Brendan for
Thank you,
always
Brendan.
having food with us.
Oh my
No
goodness.
problem. Glad to be a part of it, and it's been a great experience.
And-
being
and
And
this is-
actually, we want to thank you though for always let us, host our symposium.
yeah, no problem at all. That's what the
For-
Huntington's there for. Is we're here to really expand
And
knowledge. of
everybody
orchids
need to
and
see the
plants.
Huntington once in a lifetime.
What do
Come
we
and
do
visit.
4 years in a row? We booked 4 years already,
Yeah,
right?
we booked that
Yes.
4 years out, and we hope to see you all soon in person. In person at this Val Symposium.
But the Fell Symposium, Brendan worked it out that you guys would get a free entrance as well, not just a symposium. You actually get to tour the garden.
Yeah, whenever
right?
there's breaks in between the symposium, go out, explore the gardens. We have the library, we have the art collection. There's so much to see at Huntington. It's 212 acres of property. A lot
And
to
what
see.
just opened this year? The Chinese garden.
Oh,
the
the beautiful
is
Chinese
open.
garden.
It's supposed to be
Huge.
one of the best Chinese gardens
Yeah.
outside of China. correct?
Exactly.
Hey,
One of the
Brendan,
largest
can you pour
outside-
some more in your cup? I
More,
wanna-
more.
For you.
For yourself. For your sake. Come
Yeah,
on.
that's
She was
wonderful.
like, for sure. Don't ask me
Yes.
twice.
Come
no, for
and-
yours.
Yeah, exactly. Come and visit us. We love guests, and if you're ever in the neighborhood post-pandemic, come over and visit us, and we'll be more than happy to show you around. So
Right,
Mr. Mustache said, Brendan, you need a larger plate.
I need a larger plate. I just need the whole cake.
So here's to
Cheers
to
to
wrap
everybody.
it up. Thank you so much,
Thank
and
you.
we
Thank
will.
you.
So we're
See
looking
you
forward
next week.
to next week, and then we're looking forward for everyone to join Fell Fanatics because Norman is giving the another talk for Fell Fanatics next week. So
Actually, we'll put out a link, Jeff, and then you could join in a hurry, and then you have one free lesson already.
Yeah, the development of the Harlequin Phalaenopsis is, I started involved in 1996. So you really will see is what happened in development of Harlequin from 1996.
Wow.
So it's a big spectrum. So if you are orchid judges or if you're a beginner, it's fascinating to see the lifespan or the history behind it. Okay.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Everybody. So we'll see you next week.
Ciao.
Ciao.
you.
You want some? You want some?